researching. I'm getting more Stalkers, and I'm hoping he doesn't switch to Immortals. I'm hoping he stays air. So here he comes. He's gonna see if he can administer another dose of awesome, but there's no way he's going to, because he realizes, you know what, he's got stick Stalkers. I've only got 2 Void Rays. I don't want to lose my tech units. I'm gonna head back to my base. Or this is him saying this. He's gonna head back to his base and defend his expansion. You can see him making his expansion now. Now this is a little bit of a gamble. My philosophy in gaming, with real-time strategy gaming like StarCraft, is that if you've got an advantage, you should push your advantage. And even if you don't have enough of an advantage to really push all the way out, you should at least stay near the opponent. You know, you want to keep the opponent close so you know what he's doing. This retreat that he's pulled kind of tells me something. It tells me that he thinks he's not ready, or he's trying to expand. And I think he's trying to expand. I actually remember playing this game thinking he's pulling back because he's going to expand and trying to get double the income and roll me over with stupid macro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push out, even though I have an inferior force. I'm going to lay some pressure on him, take out some units, use that maneuverability. I do have blink, so that allows me to pick off a couple of units one at a time. And I realize, you know what, blinking is not enough. I'm not going to get past these zealots. I'm not going to get past his void rays. And then there's still these annoying gateways that I got to run through. His Nexus is coming up, and those probes are already heading straight for the gas, because gas is what he needs. He's got very few resources, which actually counterintuitively, that means he's playing well. A good player uses all his resources. He translates and actualizes his resources as units on the field rather than hoarding the money. Because if you have the units on the field, you can do something. You can push some kind of advantage. You can put pressure. You can do all kinds of things against your opponent. If all you have is a bunch of resources hoarded up in your base, well, that means the enemy is going to push his advantage and kill your base and destroy your base. If he destroys your base, you can't use those resources. So GG for you, right? So this guy's actually pretty decent. He uses all his money. He knows what he's doing. He's getting Zealot charge because he realizes that my Stalkers are faster than his Zealots. With charge, he'll be able to charge in and attack me real quickly. He doesn't have it yet, and he's still going with his Void Ray Gambit, which is good news for me because Stalkers actually counter Void Rays. Hopefully, I can get enough Stalkers. Now, right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Zealots to distract his Zealots. Meanwhile, I'm going to destroy as many Void Rays as possible. I'm going to go for the highest tech unit and the unit that has the most maneuverability. I don't want him running around like to the side of my base like I mentioned before and destroy my probes. Now that I've destroyed all his Void Rays, now that was actually pretty good. I won that battle, even though it looks like I retreated at the end. I won that battle because I took out like 10 Void Rays and like a Zealot or 2. Meanwhile, he did not take out enough of my Stalkers to mean anything. Void Rays cost twice as much as Stalkers. So I don't think he took out 10 Stalkers. I definitely took out 5 Void Rays and 2 or 3 Zealots. Now he realizes that he's in a very, very bad position because he's not doing anything with his army. What he really needs to do is defend, but it looks like he's starting to fail to defend. Now I've put an observer here. I put down a Robo Bay. I got an observer so I can get sight up on his cliff so I can do this, which is super annoying against his army. Now that he only has 1 Void Ray, he can't really defend against this because all he has are Zealots. He has to run up and down the cliff. This was what I was scared of in the beginning, that I would have to run up and down my cliff to try to defend against his air, because his air can go wherever the hell he wants. But cleverly, I've taken out his air, and now that I've Blink, I can annoy him with this strategy. Once again, I'm going to distract him with 2 Zealots and take out his base. Take out his air, take out as much base as possible, and then run away at the last second like a douchebag. And, you know, some people say this is a quote-unquote gay strategy. I don't see what's so homosexual about it. I think it's perfectly fine, you know. It's a strategy game. It's not a, hey, let's throw everything we have at each other and see who wins kind of game. Because that's, honestly, that's the definition of noob right there. Is, I'm just going to mass up. Now, check this out. He actually almost executed that perfect block on me. What he should have done was waited for me to waste my blink and then do it. But that was very, very good by him. Not too much he could have done otherwise, but, you know, I had blink. I have this observer here. I can look up his cliff and blink up his cliff and And that's exactly what I did. And that's exactly what I'm going to continue doing. And I'm really focused here on my micro. You can totally tell too, because I'm not even using these reinforcements. I'm totally just trying to out-micro him, and I'm actually succeeding. I've taken out 3 Stalkers, just like 3 sentries, just like that. His army's getting whittled down. He's still got money, and he realizes, you know what, he's not going to win with just some zealots. He's got a Dark Templar now, very high damage, and invisible. He's fucking invisible. Yeah, for those of you who know StarCraft, that's not a big... But for those people who don't know StarCraft, high damage plus invisible is like fucking ridiculously GG. I'm sorry for my French. I don't want to curse too much, but I'm used to it. Now, I got that observer, which actually sees invisible units. I finally noticed that he had that out. So now I destroy a lot of his probes. He calls GG because he knows it's up. I've got so much more army than him. It doesn't matter that he has 2 bases. Now, if you can see, I've still got more reinforcements pouring in. My reinforcements pouring in. My gateways are rallied in his base. That's another thing that I do. I rally my gateways to where I'm attacking so that my reinforcements will automatically head there because my micro is not good enough to get everybody together all the time. Now check it out. My base only has 1 mineral patch left with 10 minerals on it. I've got just enough money, 573, to expand. This is the last of my forces. If I did not execute this strategy correctly, I would have lost the game. I would have lost the game because I would have no more forces left. If he held out for another 2 minutes, it would have been GG for me and not for him. So yeah, it's very important. Timing is very important in this game. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed this last video. It was a very, very difficult game. Thanks for watching.